Would you raise your right hand, please?
Yes.
Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Could you please give us your name?
Jeffrey Epstein.
Is it working? I hope that is. Hey guys, welcome to the documentary. My name is Brandon.
My name's Leanne.
And today we'll be discussing about the horrifying case of Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein's story shakes the very foundations of high society, a tale of intrigue, power, and scandal.
At the heart of it all, a mysterious figure whose connections span across a network of elite, from famous American actors to influential politicians.
And as we delve through it, we will show you videos and very engaging stuff.
Jeffrey Epstein was born in 1953 in Brooklyn, New York. He grew up in a middle-class family, and his parents worked in service and teaching professions. Epstein was known for his intelligence and excelled in school. There wasn't much detailed public information about his early years, but nothing notably stands out in his childhood that directly suggests a future in criminal activities.
Two islands, as well as multi-million-dollar homes in France, Florida, New Mexico, and New York. Such is the want for a man with a near bottomless bank account.
So Jeffrey had started teaching physics and math to teenagers at the Dalton School in Manhattan in September 1974. The headmaster, Donald Barr, left in June 1974, and he had hired some unusual teachers. It's not clear if he did hire Epstein, but Epstein began teaching 3 months after Barr left, even though he didn't really have the right qualifications. He was known for being friendly and treating his students like they were his friends.
Although it seems things were on the right track for Jeffrey Epstein, here's where it started to go downhill, and the truth of him finally got exposed. There were claims that he acted inappropriately with young female students, giving them too much attention, and even going to a party where teenagers were drinking. Luckily for Epstein, he got to meet Alan Greenberg, which was the boss of a huge company named Bear Stearns. A little after meeting Greenberg, Epstein was dismissed from Dalton for poor performance. Poor performance as in meaning being a creep. But anyways, Greenberg offered him a job at Bear Stearns. It's now 1982, and Jeffrey created his own firm, J. Epstein & Co. Jeffrey's company managed assets of clients worth more than $1 billion and was an instant success. Epstein soon began spending his fortune, including on a mansion in Florida, a ranch in New Mexico, and as well a private home in New York. Jeffrey also started socializing with celebrities, artists, and politicians, such as Donald Trump. Jeffrey Epstein started working at Bear Stearns in 1976. He began as a junior assistant helping a trader on the trading floor. He quickly moved up, becoming a trader for special financial products, and then started giving advice to banks' richest clients. Just 4 years later, in 1980, Epstein became a limited partner at Bear Stearns. And by 1982, Jeffrey Epstein opened up his own firm. He would handle clients whose fortune totaled $1 billion or more. By this time, Epstein was also romantically linked to Ghislaine Maxwell. The marriage of Ghislaine and Jeffrey was a big debate, since people were curious if they really wanted to marry each other, or if they just wanted to work with each other. Ghislaine and Epstein both worked together on recruiting girls for Epstein's scheme. Epstein would recruit girls and ultimately abuse countless victims. At the end, over 50 girls were groomed and sexually assaulted by Jeffrey Epstein. The ages recurring around 14 to 17. Over time, the girls would report to the police about Jeffrey Epstein's actions, which convicted Jeffrey in 2008 to his first sentencing.
What I am. I'm very comfortable in my own skin. I'm not a helicopter pilot. What I'm really free to do is I'm free to follow my own personality.
Cases involving sex trafficking of minors typically result in sentences ranging from several years to life imprisonment. But despite facing accusations of sex trafficking minors, he was convicted of a lesser charge, soliciting prostitution from a minor. This strange plea allowed him to serve just 13 months in custody, with generous work release privileges that permitted him to leave jail up to 12 hours a day, 6 days a week.
From the air, opulence is on display. 2 pools, perfectly manicured beaches lined with palm trees, surrounded by turquoise waters. Tourists snorkel here daily to check out the turtles near the now infamous island.
Later on, in the late 2000s, Jeffrey Epstein owned a private island in the U.S. Virgin Islands called Little St. James, which gained notoriety due to alleged crimes committed there. The island was often referred to in the media as Epstein Island. The primary crimes associated with Epstein and his island involves the sexual abuse and trafficking of underage girls. These allegations came to light in various reports and testimonies from victims. To simplify it, Jeffrey would contact girls from New York and other states to come work with him in his island. The girls, thinking that they have a new opportunity and job to get good money, would come and join him, just to realize that they would become sexually assaulted and abused by him and other celebrities. Adding on to the celebrities, several high-profile individuals were rumored or confirmed to have visited Epstein's island, which was the 100 list. The names mentioned include politicians, business magnates, and celebrities. But it's important to note that even though lots of celebrities were a part of this, it's crucial that we know that visiting the island does not imply participation in criminal activities, and many named individuals have denied any wrongdoing. The aftermath was Epstein getting arrested in July 2019 on federal charges for sex trafficking of minors in Florida and New York. Jeffrey was finally convicted to federal court, rightfully with serious allegations. Unfortunately, before his trial could get underway, Epstein was found dead before his trial could take place and therefore was not sentenced. His death was officially ruled as suicide, and as a result, he was never formally sentenced nor convicted for the charges he faced related to the sex trafficking of minors. Meanwhile, Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's longtime associate, faced legal proceedings of her own. She was arrested in July 2020 and later found guilty of 5 out of 6 counts in her trial. In June 2022, she was sentenced to 20 years in prison. If I had to say something about this case, it'll be that if Jeffrey was rightfully convicted in 2008, a lot of this wouldn't have happened. It doesn't take away what he did in the past, but a lot could have been avoided. I really hope that in the future, people won't be able to take advantage of law through power and money, since there's probably many cases that have been avoided through money and power, and that isn't how our system should work.
Justice system fail these victims.
This is the worst failure of the criminal justice system in modern times.
The state attorney at the time didn't respond to NBC News' request for comment. The Justice Department declined to comment, but is investigating the handling of the case.
When you heard that Jeffrey Epstein had committed suicide in jail, what was your reaction?
I had a nervous breakdown.
Can you put into words how it hit you? What we were feeling?
It's just an anger that I can't even put into words.
Epstein's accusers are now finding solace in each other, bonded together, determined never to be silenced again.